This portion of our program is brought to you by the new CaddyShanks at UCF, and it does coincide with our next guest. And yeah, they're open. The Baldwin Park location is still open as well, but also check out the new location, CaddyShanks UCF by UCF. And when you go inside there, yes, you'll find the bar. There's over 200 beers to choose from, and there's wine and TVs all over the place. But it's the gaming that is unique because, and this isn't just pumping up a partner of ours. There are not many places in the country that have the virtual reality simulation gaming that you'll find there. And Talent Simulations is the group that work with Chris and the staff at CaddyShanks out by UCF. And Brandon Naids is the CEO, co-founder, and is kind to join us and talk about this. So, Brandon, good morning. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Help me, a little bit of background for myself and the audience. Talent Simulation specializes in what? And then I want to ask you about virtual reality gaming. So your background, I know from UCF, and then developed this company. So what do you guys specialize in?
So, yeah, our background is mechanical engineering, and basically we brought to market this low-cost motion platform, which is unique in itself, but our big niche now is integrating virtual reality technology. So all the new headsets, we're integrating all of the top-of-the-line experiences for people to offer at their different locations, and for entertainment and training as well. So that's actually how we got started, was creating a new sort of flight simulator, and now we've kind of pivoted to a lot of different markets.
As you said, you guys are more than gaming and do a lot of work, whether it's defense or training and stuff like that. But let me ask you about gaming. How much has this industry kind of exploded because people have heard about this? Maybe they've seen some demos and they get a CaddyShanks, they can actually experience this. How much is this industry growing where it's the gaming for people to go to places like CaddyShanks and experience something that they could never do before?
I mean, it's growing exponentially. It's pretty impressive, and I think it's only going to grow more now that places like CaddyShanks are providing these experiences for people to come in and try. So that's one limiting factor that's, held up the industry, is people kind of apprehensive about the technology, and now that they can actually go and try it without investing a couple $1,000s, they can explore it, see the benefits, and how exciting it actually is.
Explain Atomic 3 full motion simulators.
So that's the motion platform that we offer. It's top of the line. I mean, it's durable for these commercial settings, and it's very adaptable. So these guys actually have set up with a VR display with a roller coaster and a race car. So you can actually sit back, put your hands up, and ride along a track, or you can get inside a race car and race it yourself against different players. So that's one thing that sets us apart now, is having this great motion base for these different arcade settings, but it can be a race car, roller coaster, fighter jet, airplane. We can literally do any sort of cockpit-based simulation.
What, again, this is more of a layman's question. How do you do that, in the sense of how do you build a program that allows someone, one of our staff members, Brandon Kravitz, was at the grand opening last week, and he's watching in virtual reality. You can put someone in the ocean with whales. You can put someone on a racetrack like you just talked about. How simple is that? How has that technology and programming changed? And exactly some of the things that people can experience are what these days?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty intensive, the work that goes into creating these simulations. I mean, you need high-end programmers and modelers that actually specialize in virtual reality, because you need it to be comfortable. You need the interface to be something that people can pick it up right away and actually take advantage of the full experience. So it's actually pretty incredible that a lot of the big gaming companies are making it easier for independent developers to create their own VR experiences, and that's blowing up as well. So all the big people trying to make it big now are going into VR, and it's important, though, that they understand the social aspects of it and the psychological aspects, so they can create something that is that people can experience and they're comfortable doing it. So, like, the whale one is a great introductory experience for people to try out. It's kind of calm, relaxing, and
so what do you do? Do you put me in the ocean right there?
We put you right into the bottom of the ocean on a shipwreck or a wrecked ship, and you just kind of walk around on the deck and watch as different creatures go by you. So there's whales, jellyfish, and so it's pretty a pretty great visualization.
What else to you is pretty impressive when you say, imagine experiencing this?
Well, the HTC Vive is one of the headsets we have offered there, and that one allows you to walk around in a 15-foot by 15-foot area. And you also have two hand controllers, which track your movement. So there's one that's archery, and basically you have to reach behind you, pick out your bow, your arrow from behind you, use your bow, cock it back, and let go. And then you actually are shooting at things that are coming from all around you. And once you hit it, it explodes, and you have to dodge all of the pieces. So it's, full motion tracking of your body, and you're just using all of your limbs. You're moving around. It's just pretty incredible. There's also a racquetball experience that's kind of Tron-like with techno music and neon lights. And, you have this headset on. You have 360-degree visuals all around you, high def. So it's something you really need to try for yourself to understand.
Where are we going with all this? Because it seems, and you do this for a living, it seems as if we are now just beginning to understand this. It was supposed to be 3D TV. That didn't work. But virtual reality seems to be a lot different. This seems to be now beginning to have a greater market share. So where are we 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now?
Well, the next year, people are going to start getting these experiences, trying them out, and seeing the benefits of it. And then it's going to be, it already has begun, but it's going to be adapted more into enterprise, into training bases. And because, they're not always the early adopters for new technology, but as people try it out in entertainment centers, you can see the uses of it. So I think we're going to see this in flight training, young driver training. I mean, it really is a realistic scenario that will help with lots of different training. There's medical training. And then in 5 years, I mean, we're going to see this all over the place. It's the expected growth of virtual reality is, insane and what people are expecting. So I think it's just all about getting people to try it out, whether it's with a Google Cardboard on your cell phone, just to experience it and see the value that it offers. And 10 years, it's really hard to say what kind. With the way technology in general is evolving, it's going to be amazing to see where we're at in 10 years.
You'll have me standing on Mars in 10 years probably. For someone that's going out to CaddyShanks, again, you help put that whole system in there. What should they try to really get the full experience?
Well, what's great is the setup we have at CaddyShanks. We have about 3 different tiers of virtual reality. So if you're a beginner, you're a little skeptical about it, we have the Gear VR, which you can it's very basic. There's 360 videos, and you can choose from a variety of different things. You just sit back and look around you. Then the next level up would be our simulator, the motion simulator, the Atomic A3, and that's kind of a higher end. And then the HTC Vive, which lets you walk around. So really we have something to offer for everybody, for all levels of VR enthusiasts, from the beginner who's never tried it before to people that, they really want to buy one and use it all the time, but it's still kind of expensive. So you can pay by the minute or by the experience and take advantage of it. And we're going to be switching out this offerings every month. So if you go this month and try the whale encounter, next month we're going to have a couple different things to try, which is very unique as well.
Can you put me in a Game of Thrones war?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to get something developed along that area as well as Star Wars. I mean, people are working on all the popular films and TV shows and creating, because that's.
You get me to fly the dragon, then we got a deal. So if I get the Game of Thrones dragon,
just for you, Mark. Yeah.
There you go. TalentSimulations.com. You can read about all the stuff they do, not just in sports, but so much more. And there's some cool stuff to learn there. And again, go visit CaddyShanks out by UCF. CaddyShanks UCF location. The virtual reality stuff will blow your mind away. It is unbelievable. Brandon, thank you. Best of luck. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for having me.